it's gonna get easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get easier. And you're gonna get to a point in life when that thing that seems so difficult back here in the past is just like innate.
I'm Keith Barker. This is
Jeremy Aucoin.
So Jeremy, January this year, I got motivated to get myself in better shape.
Mm-hmm.
And about 3 months ago, you challenged me to, hey Keith, you give this advice about putting stuff on YouTube. About 3 months ago, you said, put it out there on YouTube, technique I use to put the pressure on. Basically, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
Here's what I plan on doing, and social pressure can make that happen. But I want to talk about the motivation and how to get started and some of the tips that can help people.
Yeah.
And also, if we could apply that to anything, whether it's exercise or studying a new career or
Sure.
Jim Jam, you weighed in with this yesterday. Not just weighed in, but measured calibers, water. 7% body fat. So incredible. So I set my new goal. I guess we can announce it here. For a year from now, my goal is to be at 10% body fat, but not be skinny,
right,
but rather be muscle hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fantastic goal.
All right, 10%.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about getting started and getting fit.
Okay. I guess the first thing, anytime somebody wants to do something, I always have to ask them why they want to do that thing. And that seems super basic to them, but I remember growing up, and I was like the short, chunky kid who, I was very self-conscious.
You were a short, chunky kid?
Uh-huh. I was very self-conscious about my body. I thought that, you know, as I was walking through the halls and I heard all the Snickers, I just assumed all those Snickers were because of me and my weight. Very self-conscious, to the point where I would, like, you know, keep my head down in the halls. I didn't really want to associate with too many people. It was like a pretty depressing time in my life. And so, like, it was the thought that was always in the back of my mind.
They're laughing at you?
They're always laughing at me, and it's because of my weight. It's because I'm fat, short, you know, scrawny. I mean, that was like the fire that kind of like sparked, you know, this whole motivation.
And how old do you think you were then?
I was pretty young, probably like 13, 14. So when I was a freshman in high school, I was about 5'1", 5'2", 100 pounds. So that sounds small, but it was all just like video game snacking weight, like very chubby, chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would wear like as much clothing as possible to cover up. I never tried to change because I was like scared to change. So I'd fill my mind with like every excuse possible. Like I'm too young to like start dieting, or I'm too young to like start an exercise protocol, or I don't know how. You know, it wasn't as easy.
This is the voice in your head.
Yeah.
As a freshman.
Yeah. Without the internet, it wasn't as easy to learn as it is today.
Right.
So I'd use like, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that, to like keep myself in this situation in life that I, you know, had been in. So lots of different excuses, but I remember one day sitting down, I asked myself, Jeremy, is me like using, well, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that, is that more beneficial to me and my physique than just kind of sucking it up and just making a change? For most people, like those excuses in their life are never more beneficial to them than
doing the thing that they're
want to do.
rationalizing.
Like this thing is always more beneficial because it's always in the back of your mind. Like you know you need to do it. You just need to abandon all the things that are telling you not to do it and just start doing it. My why was I wanted to just be like everybody else.
Okay.
I just wanted to fit in.
You don't want to be the person you're laughing at or think they're laughing at.
Yeah, I just wanted to just be like all of my friends or all of my family. Like I just kind of wanted to slip away and get lost in the crowd. And then I just had to forfeit all of the excuses and just start.
So the reason to feel like you were worthy and good as everybody else was the driving factor that made you give up the excuses and say, I need to do the thing, as opposed to not do the thing and excuse
you need a why,
But there was no internet.
No internet. Yeah.
You're too young to start.
I
know,
like
like
14, 15.
Those are all those things
Those are all the things, yeah. Yeah, but I would definitely say like that's step one. Get a why.
Okay.
Have some motivation behind it. You know, you're gonna need something to motivate you so that every time a temptation comes, you have something that's a little bit bigger than that temptation.
Okay.
You know, if I see a Snickers bar on the table right there, it's like, oh, it's so close, it's so tasty, and I could just eat it. But like that, like proximal like temptation isn't worth like like my distant desires. It's not worth
The long-term goals.
It's not worth the Jeremy that's 2 years in the future that's fit, and it's not worth this Keith.
Right.
Like you made a huge change, but it's like if you would have kept telling yourself, no, it's okay to eat the popcorn and drink the soda at the movies
Consistently over time.
consistently, yeah, then your future Keith wouldn't look amazing like he does now.
Yeah.
So like you need that thing that's greater than these
And the
temptations.
temporary temptation. So what do you use?
This was something that sparked my interest for my degree in college. It was like the trajectory of my life, essentially. It was like that insecurity. It just sparked everything. But the thing now in my head is like much bigger. It's like I want to help every single person that's ever been in that situation. Like I want to show them it's like you don't have to like live in that situation. Because there's been so many people in that situation. It's like there's no excuse for these people, that are in the situation that I was in, that you've been in.
Yep.
They can get out of it. And I just want to show them how easy it is and how rewarding it is to actually just commit and make the change.
It's so worth it.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's the thing in my head now that's motivating me. It's like I need to be able to do it and tell myself it's easy so that I can show others how easy it is. You need to have your why so that you can resist the short-term temptations, and then you need to have like that fire, that thing that's just going to push you forever. Or up until your goal, and then you can get a new fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the things we did this week was we hit the goal and it's all and then it's all of a sudden because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I set the goal yesterday for 10% with you.
And then you got this other thing now that's greater than all those temptations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I also use fear. I do. I'll tell you that.
That's okay.
But fear is like I tell the world, and then there's no hiding.
Yeah, you got it all out there.
There's nowhere to
Put
go.
yourself up.
What if you had a person and you had only like 2 minutes to tell them the most important message about how to be happy, which may be identifying their fears or going for their goals or anything else? What would you tell them?
We're all different. Yeah, so we're all going to have these different things that are always in the back of our minds.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say if that's a good thing and a beneficial thing to the world or to the people that you love, to not let anything get in the way of that one thing.
Don't let anything get in the way.
No, and it's going to be hard. Those things are hard, and they're always going to be hard. But they're hard for everybody. But I think that's why accomplishing them makes them so great. Not just because you had to overcome something really difficult in order to do it, but because those are the things that are going to truly benefit the world. It's not the really easy things that are going to benefit the world and yourself and your loved ones. It's going to take a lot of work. But you're going to get to this point in time, and I'm sure you experienced this on your weight loss journey. I've experienced this. You get to this point where it's like you got a motor attached to both feet. It's it's gonna get easier. It's gonna get easier, and you're gonna get to a point in life when that thing that seems so difficult back here in the past is just innate. It's a part of you now, and then you're gonna start setting higher and higher goals. You're gonna have higher and higher ambitions until your life's just going like this. But it's gotta start right here. You just gotta start.
Awesome.
Because you're gonna love yourself, 10 days from now, or 10 weeks from now, or 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome.
Thanks, Keith.